Hi there! I've made videos before talking about my creative struggles. I've talked about the struggles of starting a new thing or getting things done, but one thing that I think I haven't touched on yet is creative fear. I have a lot of creative fears. I have a fear that I'm going to be judged, I have a fear that my work's just not good enough, but most notoriously, I have a huge fear of failure. I am always afraid that I'm just gonna flat out fail at anything I try to accomplish. The fear of failure has led to an even worse fear that I would like to talk about today, which is the fear of trying my best. I didn't realize until I had gotten into therapy that for years I was so afraid of failure that I was doing this thing called self-sabotaging. Self-sabotage is when you're so afraid of bad outcomes that you get in your own way and different but equally bad outcomes end up happening. And the way that I typically self-sabotage is by being afraid to try my best at something that I was afraid at failing at. See, in my twisted brain's logic, I could convince myself that if I hadn't tried my best, I didn't actually fail. I could convince myself, well, if I had given that 100% of my effort, then I would have made it, when in actuality, now I'll never know because I never actually tried. There are classes that I settled for getting a C in when I could have gotten an A if I had tried. There are creative projects that I have thought up that could have been major successes if I had tried. Being afraid to try my best has limited my life in a lot of ways. Sure, you don't get the crushing defeat of having failed, but you also don't get the joy and confidence from having succeeded. You don't get to move forward, you just stay stuck in the same place. The sad truth is that it's not only possible, but likely that you could give something everything that you have and still lose. That's terrifying. However, even though failure is scary and the idea that you don't have any control over certain things is heartbreaking, there is something that trying your best gives you that not trying at all never will. Closure. If you try your best at something, you have the closure and the peace of mind of knowing, okay, I tried my very best at this. I could not have tried harder. Anything that went wrong here was 100% not my fault because I gave this all of my effort. As someone who has self-sabotaged herself into oblivion can tell you, closure is so amazing. It is so much more satisfying than the stagnant numbness of never having failed because you never tried. I personally am trying to break my cycle of self-sabotage by promising myself that if I try something, I'm going to give it 100% my best effort. Like with this YouTube channel, I've tried really hard to make good content for you guys, and I want to get even better and make even better content, and I think I am doing my best with the time and the resources that I have. So I hope this video encourages you to go out there and try your best, because no matter what, trying and failing is so much better than being too chicken to try. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if that's your thing, and feel free to leave some advice in the comments about how you try your best.